Well, this is my horse Legs. He's an 8-year-old thoroughbred off the track. I've had him for 3 years, and we still have some anxiety issues. He does a lot of wood chewing. We've had to cover all the paddocks with electric wire. He doesn't have any opportunity to do chewing in his stall. As you can see, everything has steel on it. And he also seems to be going back to some of his racing injuries seem to be coming back a little bit, especially the left hind stifle and the tying up through the shoulders and wither area. So we're going to start our session, and this is Lydia Wainwright, and let's see how it goes.
Okay, so y'all probably saw that I was massaging his gums. Horses that tend to be very mouthy tend to have a lot of tension here, and it can be really beneficial for them to have their gums massaged every day, have their mouths massaged. Helps relax them. So I just started doing that while you were videotaping to help relax him a little bit. And now I'm going to give him an exam in an acupuncture sort of way. I'm going to feel for points, and they'll tell me parts of his body that might go sore. This is a shoulder point. Find it. Here it is. And it's just a hair sore in the right shoulder. Look at the stifle point. Very sore in the stifle. Here. Sore. Hop. Sore on the shoulder. Very sore. And you know, a lot of horses, I'll do this and it'll be completely negative. There won't be any issue at all. Now I'm going to palpate the points on his back, which correspond to different parts of his body, and see where he's sore here. Very sore here. So what we have here is a horse that's sore everywhere. This horse's entire body is sore. And what I start to think about with this is Lyme, if it's possible that they have Lyme. Although I know he has also had a lot of injuries, but that's something that I would question, you know, have they been tested for Lyme? Do the symptoms move around?
He has been tested for Lyme 2 times, and he is currently on Adequan once a month.
Okay.
We also have him in glue-on shoes in the front and steel plates behind. He cannot handle any kind of nail pressure in the front feet.
And now what I'm doing is I'm feeling his pulses. And in acupuncture, there are actually 12 different pulses that correspond to the 12 meridians that are channels to carry the chi, which is the energy force that I use to treat with. And there are 3 positions on each side, and then superficial and deep. And I'm feeling for quality and quantity. There are 28 different qualities. And what I'm feeling is a lot of pushing out and very superficial and very what we call slippery, which in this damp heat outside isn't unusual, that they're going to have some damp heat internally as well. And now looking at his eye, I can see that he has an emotional block. By looking in his eye, it's like there's a shielding there, and I can't really see into him, and he can't really see into me. And so that is probably very well where a lot of this nervousness is coming from. And he has had this before, so he's susceptible. So that's the first thing I'm going to do with the needles is I'm going to treat the block, and then we're going to go from there, see what changes. Let me kiss. Mwah. Yeah. Usually I do body work first. I do like an osteo type of body work, which is it's not chiropractic. It's actually it is bone to bone, but it's also bone to ligaments and tendons and muscle and connective. And I use the horse's own body to correct itself. So it's very gentle but very effective. But with him, because he's so blocked, we need to do the acupuncture first. So that's how we're going to start. Go back. The needles I use are very tiny. They're the width of about 2 or 3 human hairs. These are the needles I'm going to put in him. This is a tube, and so you can barely even see the needle itself. I do have longer ones for different parts of the body, but for what I'm doing today with him right now, these shallower ones, these are 1 inches, are going to work better. I think he remembers me because his breathing's already changing. Felt it a little bit, but certainly not like a shot. You can see his breathing's already changing more.
He seems very happy that you're here.
Mm-hmm.
He's already...
Look at his eye already.
Yep, and he's calmed down. He was weaving about 30 minutes ago, and he looks much calmer already.
His lower lip is starting to hang. 2 more. These needles all work as 1 unit. So I'm going to give them all a twist to activate them all together. Most of the time the needles work separately, but for this particular treatment it works as 1 unit. And y'all see how really close I am to his bottom, and I have yet to actually really be kicked and injured. A lot of times people think that they're far enough away that they're safe, but they're actually right in the best place to be kicked. So by my being right here, if he were to kick me, he wouldn't have enough room to give any force and hurt me. So that's why I'm so close to him. But obviously he's not going to do anything if you take a look at his lower lip, how it's hanging down, and how he's going to be shy, and how relaxed he is. And they'll chew, which is what he's doing. They'll look behind them like, who's back there? Like, who's doing that to me? He might move around a little bit, and then hopefully he'll relax more into it. He's had acupuncture before, so he knows what it's about. Sometimes horses will get kind of afraid of it because they'll feel the movement and they won't know what it is. But he's doing just fine. I think he's going to take a deep breath here. So we're just going to turn off the video and let us go.
So you'll notice that the needles have actually changed position. Look back here, you see one like that, and the one on the other side as well. This one is now straight down, and the horse looks like he's breathing nice big deep breaths.
And he's been wiggling his nose and licking, and his little lower lip is hanging down.
And the needles have probably been in about 10 minutes now.
Probably, yeah, about 10 minutes.
Here we go.
So he's all perked up now. He's looking out at the world again instead of paying attention to his body, and his pulses have changed. So I'm going to take the needles out. And then I'm going to do one more needle that isn't going to stay in. I'm just going to put it in and out, and it's to ground him. I'm going to do it on the left front. Okay. You're fine. There you go. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? Yeah. This leg is like melting into my hand. Okay. So we'll let him just absorb that for a minute. You see, he's still looking outside, but his ears are twitching back. Is that good? You like that, huh? Very nice. Very nice pulse change. The quality is much different now.
His eyes look different.
Yeah, his eye is a completely different eye now. It's
They're big,
very clear.
limpid pools.
And you can see right through him now. We've cleared the block. We can see you now. Hi. Hi. Mwah. All right, so now I'm going to go over the points again and see what's changed. Sometimes a lot changes. Sometimes almost nothing changes right away. Sometimes they get worse before they get better. It can take up to 72 hours for them to totally get where you want them to. What I'm looking for is a change. So a lot of times even I'll put them on the lunge line, and if they're worse on the lunge line or better on the lunge line, I'm happy. If they're the same, I'm not happy. Because I know if they're worse that it'll keep going, it'll keep moving. All right, so we're going to start with the hawk again. That's better. Still positive, but it's better. The shoulder. Better. It's almost negative now. Stifle. About the same. Sorry, Baba. Sorry. See how his back is. His back is much better. Very soft now and relaxed. I wouldn't expect the stifle to be that much different with this treatment, so. Do the other side. That's negative now. The shoulder. A little positive. A little positive on this side of the back, but definitely better than it was. Yeah. And now we'll do the stifle. Yeah, the stifle's still really sore. So, now we have a little bit of time. I might do a little bit of body work on him. So, you guys can get a look at that and see what that looks like. So we'll take him out and do that. But one of the biggest things that I notice about him, just looking at him, is that his neck looks shorter than it really should be. His neck looks like it really ought to be longer. The shoulder isn't bad. There is some inflammation, there's some swelling in here. He has just a hair of a hunter's thumb, which does mean that there's some inflammation there. His hip angle is actually pretty good. It's maybe a little, his pelvis is maybe tilted a little too much this way. So what I'm going to do today, because I already did a lot with the treatment, is I'm going to focus on his neck, and I'm going to see if I can get some of his neck to release. And we'll know it because, well, by what he does, and then also it'll make his neck longer. So I'm feeling the bones here, and his first cervical is actually tilted a little too much this way, and it's pulling on the ligament that goes all the way down his back, which is probably why he's been sore in his back, and it's probably why he's still sore on that right side. And the neck should have a nice curve, which it does here. It's a little shallow through here, the third cervical, and his third cervical, oh Bubba, is really off. It's twisted this way. We're going to work on that. So the third, 1, 2, 3, is twisted this way, and it should move back and forth, which it is a little bit, but not as much as it could be. And then the fourth is very tight. The fifth isn't bad. Sixth isn't bad, and the seventh we can't feel because it's inside. So I'm going to start, I think, with the fourth. See if I can get it to release a little. Good boy, good boy. And you see, he's helping me. I need to do some more bodybuilding because the horses use me to help adjust themselves, and I'm not strong enough to hold them. Okay, and let's see how that is for you. What do you think? It's like, what did you just do? And what are those noises back there? Easily distracted. Oh, geez. Okay, this is better. The fourth vertebrae is moving now. I don't know if you can see that. The third, still a little twisted. And what I'm doing, the third vertebrae is this way. So I'm actually going to push it out a little bit more from this side if you want to bring the camera around. Here, get over. This way. I'm going to actually push it out more. And then get it, yeah, good boy. Get it to release. See, there's definitely some release going on here. And what I'm waiting for is to feel like a pushback, like a rebound. There it is. There you go. What do you think? You need that massaged, huh? Yeah. You getting those itches out? Itchy boy. There you go. Yeah. So some things definitely release because he's blowing out a lot. It could be too that he's had a lot of mucus stuck in there because everything's been so constricted. So, all right, now let's see what we got. Oh, very nice. Nice movement. Very nice movement. And 2 isn't supposed to move much. Let's see if 1 is adjusted or if we need to adjust it. You're fine. Now we need to adjust it. So, oh, bugger. Okay. So we're going to bring it out more. Okay, he doesn't like that. So I'm going to try it a little different. I'm going to bring it in more. There we go. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Let it go. Let it go, sweetie. Oh, Bubba. There you go. Good boy. And now he needs to just go on a little walk. We're just going to take him on a little walk. He can embody what we do. Bunch of water.
So we put him back into his real stall. I notice he's shaking his head a lot.
Yawning.
A lot of yawning. We'll see if he continues doing it. He's drinking quite a bit of water. There's no flies here, so... Do you feel a little bit better now?
And hay is good because then he'll chew. And that'll help loosen things up more.